just so you can be more selfish to think about you if you going through something. Because sometimes in life you're going to be down, but then you have to find some way to bring yourself back up. So my page is all about basically uplifting and being positive and just having a real talk amongst each other about life experiences. So if you ever want to come to my page, my name is Pretty Heart Conquer, and you will become one of my hearts that's in my channel at this moment in time.
Oh, I love that, Pretty Hard Conquer. I love that are you thinking about calling your community, your subscribers of your channel Hearts, Pretty Hearts?
Yes. And then there's some other changes that I'm probably gonna have to make too
I
to
love
be
that.
able to yeah, because this is a lot of information that we getting today. So
Yes, yes. And I was going to throw it to Britt Family Fun so y'all could learn more about Yolanda and her channel. Looks like she's not quite ready yet. And when she is ready, though, are you ready now, Britt Family Fun?
Yeah, I was trying
Yolanda?
to figure out where the echo's coming from.
Okay. Now remember, you came in here on a YouTube stream, so check to make sure that tab is closed or on mute at least, because you need to just do everything through the StreamYard stream that you're on right now. It's
Got
probably
it.
that old, yeah.
Is that
And I've done
better?
it so many times. I know exactly where the echo
Okay, I
comes
good. I just took it off. I didn't.
from. Okay. Do
Okay,
you want me to
I'm
give you
so
another
glad.
minute? I can talk. Candy K can talk. I can talk for a minute
Yeah,
and let you
yes. I
breathe
just
for
want to
a
make
moment.
sure I got
I get it,
everything set up.
sister. I got you, sister. I got you because we are here learning and growing together, y'all. This is our virtual maker space. We are just a collective of
Yeah,
new
Mom.
and small content
Oh,
creators. Many of us, including
better.
myself, are on the road to full monetization. But it's not it just the process just doesn't stop at monetization, y'all. We're here for the long haul. I don't know about you. I'm going to speak for just myself. I'm here for being here to monetization and through monetization until I get my YouTube checks every month, right? I want my YouTube money every month, right? And I don't want to curtail that process. They're talking, y'all, these policies are coming through next week on July the 15th, so strong. They're talking about demonetization. Y'all, so what does that mean? They're probably not even going to let you in to the YouTube Partner Program if your channel does not conform to the new policies that go into effect on July the 15th. That's what we're talking about today. And we've already heard from Pretty Heart Conquer, one of my co-hosts. I want you to lean in into my other co-host, Yolanda Britt from Britt Family Fun. She's going to give you an introduction about her channel. And y'all, fun is the right word for her channel, Britt Family of Fun. Here she goes, y'all, in her own way.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I am Yolanda, and Britt Family Fun is my channel. Just like Candy K said, I have a variety channel. I implemented Get Fit with Britt, where I work out and chat. I call it Get Fit with Britt and chat, actually, where I work out and chat while I'm working out. Um, and my goal is to inspire, good morning or good afternoon, rather. My goal is to inspire, uplift, encourage, and have fun. I did include my children, which my 11-year-old will show up from time to time. He's on a little mini vacay this week, but also my son, the professor, he is on the autism spectrum. His name is actually Nehemiah. He does trend and fun facts on my channel. And whenever my little one is in a mood, he'll occasionally want to spill some facts or, I don't know, dance, hello, or jump rope in the videos. I don't know, he's on this thing now. Whenever we're walking, he wants me to turn the camera on to him so everybody can see. Um, I also cook on live. I haven't done it in a while because we've been having some kind of stifling temperatures and turning on a whole oven. I don't know. I just don't want to do that right now. But I will be back in the kitchen soon, and maybe one day this week, since we're having a little small reprieve on the weather. So thank you so much, Candy K. I really appreciate it.
You are welcome, y'all. Check out Britt Family Fun. Y'all check out Pretty Hard Conquer. Y'all, these co-hosts have got some great channels. I am subscribed to both of their channels because I like the content. I like their content. And y'all, I will tell you, yes, I am on that YouTube monetization journey, just like many of you who are gathering or who are watching this on the replay. Welcome into to those of you who are not catching this during the live stream but are watching on the replay. Thank you. And please drop in those comments so that we can continue this conversation, ask your questions. Friends, if you are joining us by the live stream and you have questions right now, go ahead and type them in the chat right now. Let's talk about it in the moment. Let's talk about it in the moment. But y'all, I'm subscribed to both of these ladies because y'all, I don't watch much regular TV anymore. I don't watch much cable TV anymore because my channels that I subscribe to, they are my reality TV. Y'all, YouTube, y'all, it's called YouTube. That is the crux of the new policies that go into effect July the 15th. They want you to be authentic. They said we are, in fact, going after inauthentic content and channels.
A question, if you don't mind.
Yes. Go ahead, friend.
Okay, so what about those channels? Like, I know a lot of people that strictly use uh AI. I mean, entirely. I'm talking about for all of their music, for all of their for all of their live streams. I mean, for everything. I mean, the music is wonderful. So what's gonna happen to them? Or you know how some people now, uh, I think I see it over the last 2 months, they use the whole stream, but they use all of the AI backgrounds and things like that. Like, what is going to happen to people that channels have majority of that kind of stuff on it?
Okay. Well, see, I would say I'm going to say it in my AI voice.
See it.
I would say I was going to say it in my AI voice, but no, I'm going to say it in Candy K all day. I'm going to use
Yes,
my
ma'am.
authentic voice because that's what they want to partner with channels for is your authentic voice, right? And so here's what it says. We are explicitly cracking down on mass-produced, AI-generated, repetitious content that does not have substantial human input.
Mm.
So everything that Yolanda just talked about sounds like that's not no longer going to be eligible for monetization. Okay.
But in
It
a
certainly
sense, I don't see it as a bad thing. In a sense, because um I was looking at the news yesterday, right? And they were saying how some businesses are using AI to run their offices. They've come out of the more humanistic style of running things, which I think is bad because they're allowing it to dictate, and they're allowing these AI programs to fire people, and they're taking away from me from that natural human contact. I honestly miss the days of calling and saying, "Hi, thank you for reaching da 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 da. How may I help you? Who did you, come to contact today?" And you'll say, "Well, Mrs. Such and Such," and they'll send you to that person. Man, today most of that is generated, but I think it's really sad for anybody running a company to want to use AI to determine who to keep, who to get rid of, and things like that. AI can be good in some ways, but super scary in another because you can take somebody's whole face. I've seen people take over other people's profiles, even like on Facebook or TikTok or whatever, using and sometimes they will copy, they don't even use AI. They will take your whole face and put it on a whole nother profile in all of that. So AI can be scary in a sense. I think it's a good thing, but my heart does go out to a lot of the creators that use that to make all of their music and create all of their content, that part of it is going to be really, really hard for a lot of people, because for some, that is all they use as their content. That's why for me, and it's no shade to none of them, because I really think that it's super creative. But for me, I choose to be live. I'd rather be face to face. Now, have I got the editing and stuff down? No, I don't even know how to edit. But to me, going live is it's so personable, or being on StreamYard like now. I had to borrow my son's computer so I could come on. He gets so much time. But it's so personal to be able to sit and talk to guys, talk to you guys and interact with the chat and things of that nature. So my heart does go out to some of the content creators who use all of that. Really
Mhm.
does.
Can I
That
put an input? Can I put my input into it? Now I'm gonna say this, that now some of us are guilty for sometimes using posters to send a message, for people to understand, certain things. But as far as, consistently doing that on your channel, I can understand where they're coming from. When you consistently, like every single day, repeatedly use somebody else's words. But I know that some of the posters that I do, I'm not gonna lie, that sometimes I do use different posters that have messages on it. But then I also use my voice.
Be more specific about what you're talking about, because I want folks to kind of, what if
Like
I
for
were you,
example, if you
wait just a second,
okay.
sweetheart, co-host, just a
Mhm.
second. If you, as you listen to us go through the new policies and talk about these issues, and y'all, I think we're getting so much more understanding of the policy by doing this collectively. And so thank you for joining us. But you should also be evaluating your content that
Mhm.
you have that is public at this moment on your YouTube channel. And if any of the things we're saying is giving you pause about your posts, because it's specifically talking about posts, and your content, your
Mhm.
videos, your shorts, okay?
Mhm.
You go ahead and make it private. That's what I would do if it were me. Okay.
Oh,
But
trust me, I will.
I would use this kind of as an evaluation of, okay, these are the things I need to keep in mind now that I have a better understanding. And now I'm going to use that understanding to go and evaluate my content to make sure I'm not going to be in violation of the policies, the new policies that go into effect July the 15th, 2025. So when you talk about posts and you said that you've used posts, tell us more so that people can kind of understand what you're talking about, and maybe that will help them decide if that's what they have done on their channel as well. Go ahead.
Like for example, if you see a post that has a message up there that says something encouraging, and when you put the post up there, you can frame it in a different way, and then you can put your voice on top of that, so it can encourage the people that's on your channel, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So that's what I have done before. So is that wrong to do if you use another post
Yeah,
instead of your own?
I and I don't know a content creator that hasn't done that, who has saw or got an encouraging text message, privately through their friends or family members in their phone, or they saw it on YouTube, they saw it on some other social media, TikTok or
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. I don't know. I don't think there's a content creator amongst us that has not then reposted that, as opposed to our content community, because that is what the community posts are for. At least that's what I use them for, right? But here's what I do. I don't just repost that. I usually add a caveat, or I add
Like a frame.
you're going to see Candy K's words at the top of that.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
try to limit it to 2 lines of Candy K's typing, before I attach the photo to it, right? Because I want them to know there's a reason why. Like I want to let them know that I knew this spoke a word into my life, and so I'm sharing it with you in the community as well. And I actually type that type of thing. So I think again, I think that would be okay because the key words that they have already delineated is that substantial use
Okay.
of your content, like Britt described, and Candy K described it previously in this stream today, friends, is that all your content, 75%, 50%, y'all, I don't think they're going to say, give us a number or a percentage of your content that is 100% AI created. No, they don't have to. Because then they can say anything they deem or anything the supercomputers deem is substantial use of AI created and generated content is now deemed ineligible for monetization, or like they're going to demonetize you, or no, we're not accepting you into the partner program for monetization. Yeah. There's no judge, there's no panel evaluating, Candy K All Days channel. Supercomputers are going to evaluate if my content meets the guidelines as of July 15th and after for full monetization. Okay. The same supercomputers they get, y'all, somebody does have something open in the background. Double check, mutes. Okay. Y'all, they're going to the same supercomputers that generated those SEO scripts that you're reading on your channel as content. It's those same supercomputers, y'all, that will know that that is AI generated content and you are just reading it. Or you have even programmed your AI and Chat GPT to create a voice, an urban voice, or a country twanged voice, middle-aged voice to read that content on your behalf. If that's the kind of content that is all over your channel, you should be worried, friends, because they are talking to you.
I'd just rather be, I'm sorry, let me read his. It said YouTube was not expected for people to use it as is or reason. Or this will be the last of the changes. Yeah, I totally agree with stick to it. I mean, but I get the originality because I mean, I'd rather come on and see a live person like we're doing now, communicating with each other and interacting with um the audience. You know what I mean? That's to me, that's being authentic. I wouldn't want to come on this panel and see three was it AI generated people in the form of Candy K, Pretty Heart, and myself, you know, talking to each other because that's not authentic. Um it's not original, you know. Um so yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to that I totally get that because I mean, I don't think it's just like for me, for instance, with some homes. Some years ago, I went to visit one of my friends because their dad was passing in Florida. When I walked into their house, baby, it made me feel like I stepped into the Jetson era. I promise you. The house started talking to me. Okay. I'm talking about I went to the refrigerator. The refrigerator greeted me when I opened it, you know, you know, asked you what you were looking for. I walked over to the stove. The stove was talking, the dishwasher was talking. I was like, I was just, it was scary for me. I was like, no, ma'am. I don't care what kind of time we went. I do not want to walk in my house where every single thing is handled via a cell phone. I just because when you have storms like we did yesterday, was it 2 or 3 back to back? And it shuts down everything, then what? What are you going to do when everything is handled via a cell phone? Suppose your cell phone shut down. What's going to happen? I'm like, nah, give me a manually run house where I can cut my light switches off and on. I don't mind some little things, but to have a whole ran house like that was a little next level creepy for me. That's all I wanted to share with that. I think you're muted.
See how my co-host helped me out. Thank you, co-host. Thank you all so much. Y'all, we are now the Jetsons cartoons from our childhoods. We are there. Y'all, I was just in Sam's Club and I was going down an aisle, and then here comes this big machine cleaning the floor. And so I stepped back and I was waiting before to see the person sitting up on this machine in the seat. Y'all, the seat was empty. It was a robot, and he wasn't cleaning the floor. He was taking inventory of what was on the shelves and on the pallets so that they could take inventory and they would know what new products to bring back out. Y'all, Frisco, Texas, Dallas, Texas. I sent my sister, she was not feeling well. I sent her a teddy bear and a digital thermometer because I was worried about my son. Y'all, Walmart app told me that her digital thermometer and her teddy bear was going to be delivered by a drone to her front door. And it was, in fact, delivered by drone. Y'all, in some parts and college campuses today, you order food, the robot will deliver to the front door. And you lift up the little lid, get your package, and close it back. And it'll turn around and
That's
tootle away.
that's crazy. It's just like I know it's Virginia or somewhere not that far. They have a whole grocery store where there's no workers. I'm talking about zero. Maybe they're behind the scenes or up in the office controlling everything, but there's no human person in there. You walk in and you get your cart that is completely computerized. And as you drop everything in the basket, it's scanning your groceries. I would like, see, I want some people. I want to say, hi, how are you? Are you okay today? But to just
Well,
walk through
you
this,
better call Tyrone, Britt. You better call Tyrone or somebody, because
call Tyrone. That's just, it's wild. And they're really almost trying to make people obsolete in terms of being in the grocery store and being able to go to someone and say, hi, I need to find, or I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. That is insane. I mean, I love human contact. So walking in the store and saying, hey, I can't find such and such. Can you tell me? Listen, I still want some human contact. I don't want to live in a world where everything is just electronically ran.
yeah.
This
Friends,
AI is crazy.
let's get back to the new policies that go into effect July the 15th, 2025. Pretty Hard Conquer, I am noticing I don't see that you are clocking watch hours. Did you hit that button on the way in that says stream this to your viewers? I'm not showing you up there. I see Yolanda's up there.
You're muted. Yeah, I borrowed my son's computer. I said, let me get your computer.
I did
Yes.
mine. I pressed the button and
I'm
they
not
told me I
showing you
was
up
already
there.
in.
Sometimes it doesn't show, but I don't see you up there. So just double check. You may want to go out and come right back in. Pretty Hard Conquer. I'll drop the link again so that you can try to find. Are you on your phone? Okay, there you go. Now you're on. Now I got you Pretty Hard.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Friends, I'm inviting folks to share their channel link in the chat, y'all. If you don't want to join the channel as a co-host and gain watch hours on your channel, you can continue to contribute and collaborate. This is a collab and grow space. We have different levels of engagement, right? You can come up and be a co-host and share your real authentic self. Y'all, that is part of the language in the new policies, is for you to be your authentic self on your channel. Friends, you are your brand. It is called YouTube. Okay, it is called YouTube. So be yourself, show your family. I understand when you have children who are underage, you decide, you carefully navigate that space. Every day is probably not a good day, right? But you decide, right? But friends, if y'all, the low effort lives, we're gonna talk about them. Let's talk about that, because everybody, Kenny K included. Candy K is right now at this moment. I've already privated some videos and I'm looking at others. And as I watch videos from vetted sources, y'all, if you go through the policies and you start at your YouTube studio, I'll go back to the side deck at the end of this. But if you go to YouTube studio and look in that fourth column, it will lead you to some vetted videos that YouTube is pointing you to. And when I clicked on those videos and I saw who had made those videos, those were content creators that YouTube has previously used their videos to explain to me as a YouTube content creator. Always consider your source. Always consider and vet the source before you take what is being said as a gospel. The information I'm giving you, y'all, this is where I got it. I went to YouTube Studio. I looked in that fourth column. I clicked the link, and voila, there were these policies and what they're going to be talking about. So let's go back to policy. I'm going to put it up at full screen so we can see it. I'll bring my co-host back in just a second, but I want to make it as large as possible so everybody can read it. Y'all, Nightbot is enabled. Y'all go ahead and connect with Nightbot. Continue to drop your channel link in the chat. Continue to drop your channel link in the chat. I am going to drop one more time. If you want to join me up on panel with my other co-hosts so that you can get watch hours on your channel, come right on up. Okay, come right on up. Okay, it says these are key changes, key moves, okay, away from prior policy. New policy goes into effect on July 15th, and it says your content, all the content that is already public on your channel, including your posts, including your videos, including your shorts, all your content related to your channel must have a focus on value addition. So that is why Pretty Heart Conqueror mentioned, hey, what about the post that I snagged that, it was nice. I said, oh, wow, this is perfect. And I'm going to share it out with my community as a community post. What was the value added to that, right? What is the value you added to that? I told you how I add value. I add my own writing above that. Before I post that nice little picture or whatever, I add my own value to it. I personalize it for my community. But y'all, I've even done the thing and I've taken the wording that might be reused from another source, and I have used it to go in to Canva or Pick Collage and make my own image that has that wording. I think all of those things are okay. But if your whole channel, it says substantial, okay? If that's the majority of your channel, you better start privating some things. And some things can be easily, fixed. But some things you might have to reinvent your whole channel. And y'all, it's tight, but it's right, because we're trying to get into their club called YouTube Partner Program, right? This is going to impact watch hours. G2 country girl, you say that, say that, say that, say less. Yeah, that's it's tight, but it's right, y'all. This is going to impact watch hours for lots of friends, depending on how you were getting your watch hours. Y'all, we've always said, despite the thousands of videos out there, that YouTube never was on easy mode. Y'all, they said they are refocusing on authenticity, you being you and showing up as you on your channel, showing up as you on your channel. So that kind of brings up something like this. Watch the screen now. My co-host Pretty Heart Conquer and Yolanda from Britt Family Fun, it's us, y'all. It's us, right? We are live and in living color. So what about this? Is this okay for me to do a live stream like this? Is this okay? Is this going to violate the new policies that go in effect on July the 15th, 2025? Y'all drop in the chat. I want to hear from the chat. I want to hear from the co-host. Is this okay for us to have our avatar instead of Candy K all day? I'm a new YouTube creator in these YouTube streets. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to your girl. This is Kendi K all day.
So we can even use that.
Do I have to be
Even if
live? That's Kendi K. That's authentic Kendi K.
Yeah, because my picture is me too. Yeah, it's originally me. So I think that is okay.
Oh, we got a new co-host, new co-host, new co-host, new co-host. Y'all, I did that for a reason. Y'all. So if you were asking yourself, oh my goodness, oh, I thought I brought Fee up. Fee, you got two up here? Yeah, no, Fee's here. Okay, Fee, you'll give us a little introduction to your channel in just a second, friend.
I'm on?
Yes. Do you want to
okay. I didn't see me. You must have just brought me on. Okay.
Yeah,
Hi, guys.
you there. Hold on just a second. Let me finish this point, and then we'll be to you for your channel introduction. Welcome in, Fee Nicole. Welcome, friend. A new co-host. Y'all, you're invited to join this panel and get watch hours on your channel. Fee, I need you to hit the stream this to your viewers.
Already done.
Okay, well, it's probably just going to need to refresh then, and it'll show me in just a second. Y'all, so yes, the question is that I just wanted to make sure y'all have the understanding of the new policies and procedures. Yes, friends, you can still use your avatar because that is Kendi K. And guess what's behind Kendi K? You still hear, this is Kendi K all day. Fine. No problems there. That does not violate the new policies that go into effect July the 15th, 2025. If you have ChatGPT reading these ChatGPT scripts that you pulled down, or you had Siri pull down from the infinite amount of information available to anybody from all over the world instantaneously to your smartphone or your computer, or any other device you use. If that is all or most or a whole lot of your content, you might want to put things on private and fix those things. I'm just saying. Y'all, we're welcoming in a new co-host. Y'all, thank you for rocking and riding with us. We have a new co-host to the stage. Welcome in, Fee Nicole. Tell the friends about your channel, friend, because you might want to connect with Fee Nicole. Y'all check in the link in the chat for her channel link, and take it away, Fee Nicole.
Hi, guys. It's me, Fee Nicole. My channel is about lifestyle. I do cooking. I do travel. I do OOTDs, and I do home decor. So I do all of the things. If you're interested in any of those things, come on over and join the family, and you can be a fanatic.
All right. Tell us what they're going to get as a fanatic.
They're going to get Fee all day. Like I say, I share lifestyle blogs. I just share my day-to-day life. Like I say, I do a lot of OOTD. my favorite part of what I share is the OOTDs and the home decor. I love home decor. So like you get restaurant reviews here and there because I do go out to eat a lot. She's a foodie. But yeah, it's a little funny sometimes because yeah, he definitely be. I have my granddaughter and my daughter, you know, in the vlogs as well, and that can tend to be funny sometimes. So if you need a little humor, a little something to brighten up your day, hey, just go watch a couple of vlogs or shorts, and I will definitely get you there. And I would love to have you come over.
Y'all, Fee is one of them Florida ladies, y'all, and that's what you
Indeed.
get from them Florida ladies, y'all. That's what
Yes,
you get.
yes.
That's what you get, y'all.
OOTD. I'm
What is
sorry.
that?
Yeah,
Outfit
Go
of the
ahead,
day.
Fee.
okay. I did not know.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
was so
all the
proud of myself
acronyms,
that I
so
knew what
thank
that
you.
was. Yes, see, she's already giving you the stuff, y'all. OOTD, outfit of the
Yes,
day.
outfit
Yes.
of the day.
Yes, y'all. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in, y'all. If you are in the chat and you don't want to come up as a co-host, then still continue to engage and connect, collaborate. Y'all, this is our virtual makerspace. Kendy K calls it Shop Talk. We are all co-hosting this thing together. We are all dissecting the new policies that go into effect for the YouTube partner program. What is that, Kendy K? It is the monetization process, right? It's what you're trying to go for when you get that 1,000 subscribers and that 4K watch hours in 365 days. Okay, y'all, they are going to carefully evaluate. And when I say they, it's not people. It is supercomputers are going to evaluate your channel so they know exactly if that is mass produced content. Y'all, the same supercomputers that are going to evaluate your channel as an eligible channel for monetization are the same supercomputers that are generating the AI content that you are using. And so are hundreds, thousands, millions of other folks. And they're telling you, not okay, and stop. They're clarifying it in written policy so then they can say, and that is why your channel is not eligible for monetization. Y'all, welcome in, friends. Welcome in, friends. So many friends are gathering here. So many. Y'all, I'm trying to put as many up on the screen as I can. And my co-host, I'm going to go to our back to policy, and so that folks can see the written policy in brief so that we can talk about it. Okay, so give me just a moment. Okay, this is what it's saying, friends. Channels that fail to meet the updated guidelines that go into effect July the 15th, 2025. Friends, that is next week. You risk losing monetization for individual videos, suspension from the YouTube Partner Program, or even channel termination. Okay, so it could be minor, which means they're going to demonetize and make that video not eligible for monetization. Or it could be more substantial if you continue to violate. Okay, and there are substantial amounts of your channel and your content that are not authentic. If nothing, the real Fee showed up on as a co-host as her authentic self. And that is what YouTube wants you to do. Okay? It says, friends, if you are using AI to generate realistic visuals and voices without clicking the box in YouTube Studio, when you upload that video that says this video contains AI generated visuals or voices. Y'all know that box that y'all usually skip over and leave blank? if you've been using that AI generated, friend, you're gonna have to. I'm not familiar with you. I'm gonna bring you down, so you're gonna have to immediately turn your camera on. I'm sorry, friend. Welcome, friend, to the panel, but you're gonna have to immediately show your video because we're all on video, friend.
That's good, Candy K, because I'm not sure if you know what happened to me. So yeah, make them
Yeah,
turn their
friend,
camera on.
friend, I'm going to remove you. I'll bring you back up. You're going to be backstage, friend. And all are welcome here. I don't want to. I want to make. Let me say that all are welcome here in this space. But if I am not familiar with you or your channel, and no one else on my panel can vouch for you and your channel, then you know. But this is Kendi K's channel, right? And so the requirements for Shop Talk, our virtual makerspace, is that you have your video on. Okay. That is how you get paid for the watch hours that you're earning on your channel, is that you come up and you show up authentically. I didn't even know, y'all, when I started Shop Talk. This is episode 7 of Shop Talk. I did not even know that YouTube, the partner creator program, was going to come out with new policy in July 15th, 2025. Next week, friends, next week.
Wow.
And here I was saying, but what I do want out of Shop Talk, our virtual content creator makerspace, is I want people to be authentic. I don't want us just to be on lives clocking watch hours. You're on the live for no other productive purpose other than to get watch hours. Or you come on, you say hi, and then you get in your car and go on down the street wherever you were going. Yeah, that's not showing up authentically. We get so many perspectives. We get beautiful smiles. Y'all, you must say now we got some beautiful women as co-hosts today. We got a beautiful panel of women co-hosts here, but I'm welcome to bring anybody else up. Okay, friend. I see you now, friend. I see you now. So I'm welcome to bring you up. You show me thumbs up if you're ready, friend. This backstage. You ready? Okay. And friend, did you hit the button up in the upper right-hand corner? You might be clocking in from your phone, and if you are using your phone to access StreamYard, you can get the watch hours, but you have to find the button that says stream this to your audience. You ready, friend? Show me a thumbs up if you want me to bring you up. Okay. All right. We've got a new friend joining the panel, and y'all, I reserve the right as the facilitator to boot anybody out. But y'all, we've always been cool. I've never had a problem so far, and I don't want one. Don't start none, won't be none. This is Kendi K. Y'all, one thing you can say about Kendi K now, she gonna show up as her authentic self, right? And y'all, just to reiterate, if I did it like this, I am still showing up as my authentic self. That is Kendi K. And this is my real voice. And y'all know me. Y'all know who and what I am. We got a new friend joining the panel with us. Welcome, co-host. Welcome, Phoenix Queen, Mother Dragon. Oh, that's a mouthful. That is a mouthful, friend. Friend, you are here. You are here, friend. We are with you. We are rocking and riding with you. Y'all, if nothing else, we've got some courageous channel creators and content creators, y'all. This is what we're going to have to do starting July the 15th. They are doubling down that they are only going to attach ads and allow you to gain ad revenue on content, all your content, your long videos and your live streams where you show up authentically. All that other stuff, y'all, it's not gonna flow. And if you leave that stuff public, they may deem your whole channel ineligible for monetization. Okay. What are your thoughts? Phoenix Queen, Mother Dragon, give us an introduction to your channel, and then we're going to talk about these policies.
Don't be embarrassed, girl. It's okay. Let us hear you.
How are you, dear?
I think I'm not the same person who was on her.
I'm having trouble understanding you, dear.
You have to fix your mic so she can hear you because you have too much static going on up in there.
Yeah, and double check. If you come up on panel friends, remember you came to this stream through YouTube. And then when you come up on panel, it moves you over to a StreamYard stream of this live stream. So you got to make sure you go back and close the YouTube stream, or else it'll have an echo and it'll be two streams there. Okay. All right, friend. So if you are you ready now, friend, to give us an introduction?
Yeah.
Try it again. Tell us about your channel.
Oh my god. I think I might be the same person who was on her live. Oh my god.
She's quite shy live. This is Sunflower. If you don't remember Candy K, you've been on my live a few times. This is Sunflower. This is the first time she's actually showed her face. She's followed me for months. And so
Hi,
her
Just
name
just
is just
relax.
different. But that's
I'm
this
so
is
embarrassed.
the infamous Sunflower.
No,
That's who
it's
that is.
fine. Just
And this
relax.
is infamous. Sunflower, you stick right there, friend. You stick right, friend. There, friend. You are amongst friends. Yolanda, thank you for letting me know and helping me to make that connection. I appreciate that. Sunflower, you stay right there, dear. Now, I will tell you, because some people do, in fact, have faceless channels, okay? That has been brought to my attention. And I've been thinking, how do we do that? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start announcing. Sunflower, you might want to go on mute, though, because we're getting a lot of feedback there. Yeah, I'm still getting feedback. So you must have another stream open. Okay, I think that's better now. Stay right there, Sunflower. But I'm going to start doing some panels, and we'll have some episodes of Shop Talk where I'm going to invite everyone, including Kitty K, to come in like this. Okay, come in like this. And then when we have friends who have faceless channels, it's just because we do have friends who for whatever reasons, right? You know, may have whatever, may have some sensory issues, may have some anxiety or whatever the issues, right? But we'll all be come in faceless and be on the panel, but actively contributing, sharing our voice, our real voice, not an AI generated voice. You see the difference now? The policies, y'all, if you were doing this process right and you were trying to grow your channel organically, you're going to be fine. I feel stronger now after reading the policy, rereading it, watching the videos that they directed us to. And that is something that I will do after this live, friends, is direct you to the videos that YouTube and the content creators that YouTube has been in contact with to create videos of explanation. Once you click on the videos, I'll put links to those videos in the chat after this, in the description box of this video. They're not there now, but I'll put them there. You're going to be more and more confident that your content is going to fly. But if you're thinking, oh, now wait a minute, I was cutting a whole bunch of corners. Oh, yeah, I was going to get all of those beautiful full color images of waterfalls and lilies of the valley and all those animations and stuff, and I let it play for 10.5 hours or 11 hours and 59 minutes, that is not going to fly. They are saying that in policy as of July 15th, that is not going to fly. Okay. So I'm sorry to break it to you, but I'm not breaking it to you because it was there for you to read. Okay. Anything that can be mistaken as real people or real voices, and it's actually AI generated, friends, you have to go into YouTube Studio under where it says, that is the button. It says something about, is any of this content feature AI created voices or visuals? You should check that. You have to state that. If you don't, then they can flag your content, remove it, demonetize it, and up to and including demonetize your channel, terminate your whole channel. Okay. Yeah. So welcome in Sunflower, we are so happy to have you with us, dear. You're doing wonderful. You are doing absolutely wonderful. I'm trying to honor Sunflower because Sunflower is a faceless channel. And so I'm trying to honor how Sunflower shows up in the world. And so she is the only one. Everyone else, I appreciate you leaving your video camera on because we want to be our authentic selves. You all do show up as your authentic self. Okay. So let's do that. Thank you all so much. And let me make sure I don't have any other friends trying to join us. Y'all are doing well. Can we still use CapCut text to talk? I don't use CapCut. I don't use CapCut. So friends who use CapCut, what would be your interpretation of that? It's Ms. Riz. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in, friend. This is a safe space. Sunflower, if you want to show your visual, you can, or you don't have to, because I know for sure. I know who Sunflower is, y'all. And Sunflower usually has a 100% faceless channel. So Sunflower, you can take down you can close your camera, because that is normally how you show us. But you're fine, friend. Continue. Friend, you are fine, because that is how
it took courage for her to do that. It took
complete courage.
courage.
You were courageous, and thank you, Sunflower, for showing up. So the question from Ms. Riz, y'all, is this. Co-hosts and chat, please ring in with us. Can we still use CapCut text to talk? I don't know what you're talking about, but Sunflower is following up. I use it to voice scriptures instead of my voice. Co-host, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm not even sure. I don't even know how to use CapCut, but I don't know.
I use CapCut, but I don't use the talk to text feature on there. When I add text, I just use, most time I use the templates that are already on there to display whatever I want on the screen, but I never tried that option, talk to text.
Okay, so we've got some clarification, and then let me combine that with our policy, and let's pull that up with it, friends. My co-host and I, we're going to flush through it. We're all in here together, learning and growing together. As we first started looking at this, somebody's got another stream or something open. Mute. Even if you're co-host, let's mute for a second so we can address that. Okay, friends, it says the emphasis remains, because that's always been the emphasis of YouTube. Y'all, it's called YouTube, okay? Is on originality and authenticity, okay? Originality and authenticity. Look at what it says about AI generated content, Ms. Riz, okay? And all friends. That's why most folks are in here, okay? And thank y'all for coming and joining us. Ms. Riz, thank you for asking a question that was probably on many folks' minds, okay? Thank you for that. It says, while YouTube isn't banning AI altogether, I'm gonna put my co-host down for just a second so we can make it as large as possible. While YouTube isn't banning AI altogether, videos that are heavily reliant on AI for scripting, meaning you had AI, Siri, Bixby. Y'all, Siri started talking to me. Bixby, ChatGPT, any of the things to create a script for you. And if you do that for every single video that you do on YouTube, they're saying they don't want you to do that. Okay. And for narration. So to me, that sounds like narration if you are using CapCut to create an AI generated voice to read the scriptures. It sounds like that is what they don't want you to do. Okay. Without meaningful human transformation or commentary. Okay. So that means there must be a significant human value from you to this content creator. without meaningful. Another word for that meaningful is substantive. It all goes back to you being you authentically, representing your channel, not a AI narration. I would use caution with that. Can you go back and use your voice to share the scriptures? I would use and practice caution with that. Yeah, simple as this. Swords says simply use what you were supposed to do anyway, and that is select that little square in YouTube Studio when you upload the video and indicate that this was produced with AI and this is not my real voice. Y'all, if AI created the voice that's narrating your content, you know that when they evaluate your channel for monetization, it's still going to know that that's not your voice, that it is a computer generated voice, no matter how much it sounds like a real person. Friends, this is not that hard. And you don't have to believe me, but I bet you're going to believe it when you get that email that says we have not selected you for the YouTube Partner Program. Or when they say all of these videos are not eligible for monetization because it's not you. And because they can pull that same pretty picture flickering with water in the background from 30,000 other channels today. Y'all, it's just not going to fly anymore. It's not going to fly. Okay. Yeah. Keep an open mind, but y'all, we're going through this together now, but I'm a realist. I'm sorry. I'm a Libra. And I'm just telling you the facts. And I'm paid to analyze policy. That is kind of my full
October
time.
14th.
That is my full-time job. Somebody sing it.
I was saying October 14th. I'm a Libra too, remember?
We got all, and now it all makes sense because I'm learning more and more Libras. Yep, yeah, we've got another co-host. I don't see her though. Mary, did I bring you up? Mary, and I feed Nicole and Sunshine. Y'all check out Sunshine's channel. Sunshine, drop your channel link in the chat, y'all. If you haven't dropped the channel link in the chat, everybody under the sound of my voice, drop your channel link in the chat. Okay, y'all know how to do it. Okay, put my words in there. Keep dropping it. Keep dropping it. We have a new co-host, friends. Y'all, welcome to Mary's Life Journey. Co-host, welcome in, friend. Welcome to the live and the conversations. Tell us about your channel first, Mary, so that folks can connect with you if they like your value.
Hello. Can y'all hear me? Because I'm out and I got my earpiece in. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm Mary at Mary's Life Journey. I have a lifestyle channel. So on my channel, you will see a variety of content, and it is authentically me. On my channel, this is a great topic. I basically do lifestyle content. I just bring you guys along. I'm currently even out right now doing content, making content. So just shop with me. Today is my wellness day. Just got my nails done, eyebrows arched. So I'm just doing me, taking some time for myself. It's always good to step away from family, do something good for yourself, reset, reset your mind, refresh, just your body, whatever you need to do to, do you. But if you guys like that kind of content, make sure you come over to Mary's Life Journey and subscribe to the channel. And thank you, Kimmy K, for Shop Talk. I have been enjoying it this week. This is a wonderful subject. Yeah, as I'm sitting here listening and thinking, I have like a lot of questions. What will happen to people who have like faceless channels and things like that? What is going to happen? Because we all work hard for our channels. I don't want to see anyone demonetized or hours taken away when you put in so much hard work and even just sitting down editing. I dropped a video today, talking about myself, how I've been feeling lately. Because when you sit down and you edit videos out and your views just don't come in how you would think they should come in, and I'm over 1K, but I'm seeing my views are just right now. I understand, people vacation, maybe people just not watching TV on YouTube like they normally would be, but I've been seeing, some changes and stuff, and so just trying to up my game, even with editing and giving things to my viewers in a different way, a different perspective, and even thought about niching down because lifestyle can be just a variety of content across the board. It's basically your day to day life. What are you doing? So just a lot of things going through my head at this time. So this is a great subject. I am definitely going to when I get home, pull that up in my YouTube studio and just go through and read it and take inventory of my own channel. I don't think I've ever used even AI images or anything like that. um, I have done some chat GPT scripts a
Mhm.
little bit. So I'm gonna have to really that's gonna fall in there. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to, take inventory of my own, and yeah, everybody is, because does that include even like descriptions? Because I do ask for Chat GPT help on description, making sure everything is SEO friendly. Does it even include like descriptions in your description box?
So let's talk a little bit about that, y'all. Let's talk a little bit about that. I have read the policies and the information provided as an early, they've given us an early, as channel creators, they've given us early access, and they are going to share out. So be watching your email and this fourth column, y'all. This is where I found the policy. And so I apologize in advance. I'm gonna make it large for everybody. This should not read July 15th, 2024. Of course, that should be July the 15th, 2025. Y'all, this was not supposed to be episode 7 of Shop Talk, our virtual content creator makerspace. But because y'all know Kendi K brings you the news and hot topics for the week. And y'all, this was breaking news, y'all. If you haven't seen Kendi K's breaking news, then you need to lock in with Kendi K. That's what I would tell you. But y'all, this was so important that I wanted to do. I'm glad y'all laughed because you were supposed to. Y'all, this is so important to us as small and new content creators that I wanted to use our virtual makerspace to do just what it's designed to do, for us to connect, collaborate, to grow, to discuss, to question, and to evaluate our own channels so that we can continue to be on the path to and through monetization. Yeah, that's what I want for all of us. So y'all, when I go into studio.youtube.com, so if your only way for accessing YouTube Studio has been on your cell phone, well then you've got to go get a computer or at least a tablet so that you can get over there to that fourth column. So this is the column with your channel picture, and it's the menu, navigation menu. And then you've got stuff about your recent videos and stats on your recent videos. The third column gives you more stats about your recent content. Your post that you've posted to the community comes up at the bottom of the second column. You got to scroll down and across, okay? Scroll down and across to get to this fourth column. The fourth column doesn't have your content information in it. It has YouTube's information that they want to share with you as a content creator. And here it goes. What's new in studio? Expansion of the channel permissions. When you click on that, it's a hyperlink. You just click those words and it's going to give you this in green. It's going to look just like this, but it's smaller. I just made it larger, as large as I could, so that you all could see it. It says, as of July the 15th, in order to monetize as part of the YouTube Partner Program, YouTube has always, this has always been the premise of YouTube, that content creators are required to upload original, meaning that you created an authentic content. As of July 15th, content that is not original and that is mass produced by AI by any name is still AI, and that is repetitious, meaning they can find the same content on hundreds, thousands, millions of other channels, is not appropriate for YouTube or for monetization. Okay, they're going to deem it inauthentic. I don't know. I don't need any more clarification than that, because to me, that gives me everything I need to know. Okay, is it yours? And if it isn't yours, when it isn't yours, you have to consider the human value that you added to it. As it says there, it isn't banning the use of AI. Y'all, we are in 2025. You do have instantaneous access to an infinite amount of data available to you from all over the world. They are not banning AI, but it is how you use it. And if it is a substantial amount of your content, they're saying new policy means you're not going to meet the monetization requirements, and you might be, the words are, losing monetization of those videos, suspension from the partner program. And if you're not even yet monetized, then that means they're not going to allow you to be in the partner program, up to and including even termination of your channel.
Wow, that's just, ooh, my heart goes out to the people who strictly use it for every single thing. They're literally um going to have to almost revamp their whole channel. Almost.
You ain't lying about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
like,
Cause that,
I mean, I
whew,
couldn't imagine having to just redo almost every single thing. Because, like I said, I know creators that make all of their music. I also know some creators, because they work a lot, they're creating AI imagery of themselves to come on and do content when they're not, able to. So it's like, ooh,
And you're allowed
like,
to do that. Can I stop you there, Britt, co-host?
yes,
You
please
are allowed to do that, but you are supposed to go into YouTube Studio and check
hit that
that
label.
box that say that you are using a representation of yourself, an AI generated representation of yourself and your voice. And people have
That
not
makes
been
sense.
doing that. Mhm.
Yeah, that makes
You
sense
know that.
because YouTube have, I mean, not YouTube, Facebook has implemented that a long time ago. Like sometimes, well, they'll give us the option to create what we may use as thumbnails here, to create good morning images or things like that. But automatically at the top now they have it, so we don't even have to choose it no more. Soon as you pick the AI created image, it says AI right at the top. And so, which I think that's a nice feature, because automatically now, um it actually shows that you created your pictures from AI. They gave us, we got a whole thing where you can go on and create whatever you want, but as soon as you hit it, save, automatically it lets you know that came from AI, which I think is a really, really good feature.
Yeah. Yeah. The part where people are going wrong. And Fee, I heard you say you didn't know that. Fee, you
I
want to bring
didn't.
so
This
you
is
did
like very informative. Like, although I don't use AI, now
right.
I do
Not like
chat
that.
GPT. Don't
Yes.
get me wrong. Chat
AI
GPT is
is
my
Chat
girl.
GPT. Chat GPT is AI. But
Well, I'm saying I don't quote chat GPT. I just go there for information. And like I may put my resume in chat GPT and tell it to do something. But as far as my content, no, I'm not using chat GPT for my content. But yeah, this is very informative for people that don't know. So say people that watch my channel may, catch this and they use AI on their channel. So yeah, it's great information. Thank you, Kendi K.
you're welcome. Thank you, co-host. Look at my co-host chiming in, and we're all learning from this experience. Y'all, the more we look at the policy, the more we talk amongst ourselves as the collective, as content creators, new and small content creators. And I'm talking to our co-hosts that are engaging through the chat as well, y'all. We are putting this thing together to help you to better evaluate the content, the existing content you have on your channel. If you are scared about what we're saying here, put that stuff on private and see if you can go back through it and see if if you're wondering and you're waffling, I would just recreate it, right? If it's an AI created voice and you did not hit the marker and check the box that says this was AI generated and created, then you are already violating policy, and that is what they're saying. And so you need to do that, or you need to why don't you just narrate it yourself in your voice? Okay.
I have something to say, Kendi K.
Okay.
Um, I am wondering with this new policy. So just like copyright, like before you put music on, well, when you put music on your platform and you upload it, it's a way that you can upload it and then they'll do their checks so you'll know if you got a copyright strike before you post it. I wonder are they going to do this with this when they implement this policy on July 15th? Are they going to put something in place where it'll check it before you go out there, put it out there for you to know, okay, this is okay and this is not okay?
I doubt that seriously, because they've already given you written policy. Y'all, even once you become partially monetized or fully monetized, it is your responsibility as a content creator, as the content creator, to stay updated and abreast of all policy updates. Okay. You're kind of like an employee, except you are your own contracted employee. You are an agent. Okay. You are your own business doing business on YouTube. But in order to do business on YouTube as a channel, you must abide by their policies. So I don't know. We won't know till the 15th or thereafter. But I'm the kind of person, I'm a woman of a particular age. I'm talking about me. Kendi K called herself that. I'm a woman of a particular age. I don't have time for them to be scrutinizing my channel like that, because I don't want anybody to play with my money. No. I don't want anybody to play with my opportunity to be in the YouTube Partner Program and to get fully monetized and remain fully monetized to the
I'm
point
right there.
that I get my check every 30 days or so. Okay. I don't
You
want
make me
anybody to
laugh
play in
every
my
time you
face like
say
that,
that.
right? I don't want them, see, because I'm trying to show up on my channel authentically. Okay. So,
Yes,
y'all, if you
absolutely.
were doing YouTube on easy mode, I'm suffice it to say, that's over as of July the 15th. Whatever, all the things, all the shenanigans you were doing to be on easy mode with YouTube, that is over. So let's talk about some things, because Sophie Nicole brought it up, Pretty Hard has brought it up. I was thinking it too, but so let's make sure we talk about some of these things explicitly, co-hosts and those in the chat, y'all. Now's a good time to drop your channel link again in the chat so folks can connect with you if they like you and like your personality. Y'all, Sunshine is out with us. My sunshine has come. That's all I can sing, because I can't really sing Sunshine. So let's talk about, because Kendi K does, y'all. Kendi K will use Chat GPT or Google and go in the search box. And I will say, or even Siri, help me to create a title for this video about the new policies that go into effect on YouTube on July the 15th, 2025. Is it illegal now, according to these new written policies that are coming out and going into effect on July the 15th? Is it now illegal for us to get a Chat GPT description, hashtags, tags, titles? And some people even use Chat GPT to create their thumbnail. Is it illegal for us to do that? My question to you is, are you doing all of those things that I just listed in one video, which means you do that normally as part of your creation process for every single video, and all you're doing is coming on and reading that script? Y'all, because if Chat GPT created it for you, they're going to create the same thing for the next creator that types that in. Right? Because you get it in like 5 seconds, or it says wait a few extra seconds and it'll give you a little bit of something else with it. You can argue with Kendi K on this shop talk, but there won't be anybody to argue with in the YouTube partner program and AdSense, right? Supercomputers are going to evaluate your channel, and is your content on your channel eligible for the YouTube partner program? People don't evaluate that. There is no judge. There is no panel of people. It is all done by those same supercomputers. Okay. And so if
That's the
you are
part that's crazy.
huh?
I'm sorry. I said that's the part that's crazy to me. So they're looking at our stuff through computers, and
That's how
saying,
they know it's not
hey,
your content. That's how they know it's reused, regurgitated content.
yes, that's true. It just seems odd. You know what I mean? I get it totally, but they're saying you can't use AI, but they're almost, it seems like they're
No, they
using that
said
to determine.
specifically, Britt, I'm so sorry. Britt, they said
Right.
they're not saying you cannot use AI. In fact, they
Yeah.
wrote that. They said they are not banning the use of AI.
Right. Yeah. I
How
remember
are
that.
you using it? Let me tell you what I do. Okay.
Yeah.
If I ask Chat GPT to help me create an SEO optimized title for a video that I want to upload for my channel, that's okay to do. And I suggest you do it yourself so that you don't mess around and end up paying somebody to do what you can do for free using the same AI that they have. Okay. When you type it into Google, that is AI. When you use Chat GPT, the free version or the paid version, it is all AI. Siri is AI. By every name, it goes back to AI. Okay. But what I do when Siri pulls up, because I have an iPhone, when Siri pulls up those 5 possibilities of titles, I look at which of the words are the same in all of these titles. So Kendi K is going to make her own little title, or I'm going to put those words in a slightly different order. And that becomes Kendi K's SEO optimized title that still contains all those keywords. Now, all I used AI for was the title. Kendi K was out in that 100-degree heat with Kendi K's mama at the zoo trying to capture footage. Y'all check out that video. Best zoo in the US. Y'all, Kendi K was out there capturing that good content like Mary was capturing good content. She says she's out in the YouTube streets right now capturing good content. Fee Nicole says she likes to eat out, do food reviews, restaurant reviews. Pretty Hard Conquer. I was on a stream yesterday with Pretty Hard Conquer and with you were on a panel with Stephanie 57, and you all were talking about life and loss. And I learned more about your children and that you have twins. I didn't know that. I've got twins in my family. I don't have twins. My brother has twins, right? That's a connection because we are showing up authentically. It is called YouTube. You are your brand. Yeah, so for some people it will be hard. So Jay asked a good question. And I don't, y'all, so many comments coming through. Y'all are doing amazing. Thank y'all for joining this stream. This is a powerful stream. We're getting lots of learning and understanding from this. But Jay asked a question. She said, what about folks who are creating cartoons, movies, etc., with what seem to be realistic sounding voices, but all the beautiful animations and stuff? I don't know, because I'm not AdSense. I'm not the YouTube partner program. But I am saying if that is 100% of your content, and that is all of your content is made using AI, then friends, they said that it cannot be substantial use of AI. It told us that in writing. I don't know. I'm glad that I don't have that worry, right? I'm so glad that I don't have that worry, right? And then let's talk a little bit about this, y'all. We're getting ready to come down from this place. Let me pay the bills here, y'all. This episode 7 of Shop Talk is brought to you by Pound Cake Experts, featuring 50 flavors of gourmet pound cake with shipping available to you from all over the country. Visit poundcakeexperts.com. That's poundcakeexperts.com. Friends, let's talk about what the information is telling us. These are the new policies that go into effect on July the 15th. Using AI tools to improve video, it says this is what is still allowed, okay? So these things are okay, it's telling us. These things listed here are okay. Using AI tools to improve video quality or streamline the creation process, like pulling up and getting some ideas to create an SEO optimized title or description are allowed. They're still permitted. Says it right there. Provided it adheres to all the other things. Where if you're using AI created content, people and likenesses and voices, you better be in YouTube Studio checking the appropriate box to say that. Okay. Classic formats like reaction videos, reviews, and clips. Y'all, we've all watched people's content where they're providing a reaction. I have a few myself. Okay. I have used content from church services that I have been a part of, right? And that I am simulcasting, but I'm providing color commentary from Kendi K. If you think Kendi K can't sing, you ought to see me singing with the church services, right? Kendi K is being up there being Kendi K, right? I am showing up as my authentic self, providing color commentary to go along with that content from another creator or from another source. And you better, and it says, it talks about that has the human quality, meaning you in it. But you just opening up, there is one site. This is what this right here, what is still allowed. It made me think of this. What about friends who open up prison calls, phone calls from prison, where there's a whole site called Phone Calls from Prison. And then you have a whole bunch of creators, channels who just replay the phone calls from prison on their channel, and they get views from their subscribers to phone calls. They're saying that ain't gonna fly because that is reused content. You added no value. Well, what's value? What's enough value that it could be monetized, or what's too much value, not enough value? They didn't say, and I don't think they're going to say, because they're discouraging you to do that. You should have never been doing that. Just playing someone else's stuff, y'all. And but to me, y'all, it says these things are allowed, friends. It says the classic formats like reaction videos, reviews, and clips. And I think the classic format is to have the video or whatever, and then you might be a picture in picture in some other portion, providing color commentary about what is being shown. They're saying that is still okay. When I use copyrighted material, I always drop in my description. I'm telling you what I do. And it's part of being an ethical person, okay? Is I go in the description box of the video and I reference Don Lemon, or I reference CBS News when I provided breaking news and use a clip from them. But that was Kenny K all day giving you that breaking news about Delta Airlines. That was Kenny K's voice, Kenny K's likeness. Kenny K got the scoop from the news desk. That was all Kenny K. So I know that I'm not worried about that at all. If you're worried about it, even after we've gone through this and we are reading it and going through it together and discussing it, I love this makerspace. This is episode 7 of Shop Talk, our new and small content creator makerspace. If you're worried, you probably should be. There's something that's giving you pause. It's giving you pause for a reason. Just private the video. You can always make it public again. Private the video, which means nobody has access to it but you. See if you can correct some things so that you won't have concern about your content. Okay? Friends, so many friends still coming in. I'm going back to my co-host. Co-host, y'all chime in. I'm going on mute to let you all share.
It just lets me know that originality, it's really where it's at for real. That's just my take. It's not like you can't use it for certain things like you stated before, but it's really best to remain your authentic self. That's just my take. I mean, thankfully, they're not saying that we can't use anything. There's still some things we can do within the guidelines of YouTube, which is a good thing. They're not just saying, oh no, you just can't do anything, but you just have to make sure, like you said, go into YouTube Studios, check it out. If you can't access some of what you see from your phone, if you can get to, like Kenty K said, a computer. If you can't do a computer, if you have access to a tablet, do that, because sometimes you can't get to everything on your phone. That's why I decided to come on using my son's computer, because he's out of school right now. But that's I this was needed today, because a lot of people aren't necessarily talking. I mean, I've even heard friends say, "Oh, I'm not on YouTube because YouTube is really hard." And I'm like, "Really, it's not. It's just like most platforms almost. You know what I'm saying? The thing, how you grow is by being on lives or showing up on panels from time to time and engaging while you're in the live. That's what grows. It's not even really hard. getting used to going live may be difficult for those who are shy and fearful is the same to me. If you're scared, rather, you know what I'm saying? The more you do it, the more you get better at it. You know what I'm saying? I did not like going live at all, but the more I did it, the better. The easier it was to do. Do I still get nervous sometimes? Yeah, I do. I was freaking out when I had to do like Queen Alchemy's live or whatever. But the more I do it, the more comfortable I get. So that's pretty much, my take on it. We can still do it, but just don't forget to go into your YouTube studios, read up on information you have not. Don't just rely on things that people say, because everybody on YouTube has a perception about what to do, what you shouldn't do, what works. But guess what? What may work for them may not work for you. You might have to find your own way of doing it, but you're not going to know unless um I'm sorry, laughing at the Solomon Project. You just have to find a way to do it, by looking at the stuff for yourself, because people will have you run around like the chicken with your head cut off, because everybody has their thing. This is my law. This is what you should do, but it doesn't necessarily mean that all of it's right. And that's it. You're muted, Candy.
Thank you, co-host. I mean, my co-host be holding it down for me. We are, that's what we do in Shop Talk, our makerspace for new and small content creators. We support each other. Britt's going to mute her video for just a moment and take care of something. And yeah, feel free to do that. Y'all, I put this note up on the chat too, so that everybody knows. Because I'd already been thinking about this. And welcome, Sunshine is here with us, friends. Welcome in, friends. Sunshine is one of our co-hosts today as well. So Sunday, I'm going to designate a Sunday's episode of Shop Talk. It's already out there. Well, no, it isn't out there, but I have put up, if you check my community post, if you are one of my subscribers, you already know the time of that and everything. But Sunday's episode of Shop Talk, I'm designating it as a low effort live. And by that, I mean you can join the panel as a co-host, and you can do this. Watch my video stream. You can do this. And we're all going to have our cameras off. So that is a low effort live. Does that jive with policy? Yes, it does. Because look, I made sure to have an avatar of Kendi K all day. Well, can I use my avatar if it is my AI created cartoon of myself? I think you can. Yes. Because it is 100% you and your voice chiming in on and throughout the live stream as a co-host. Yeah. Yeah. It didn't say that you could not use AI. In fact, it said we are not banning the use of AI. But if your whole channel, you think you have solved the problems of the world and you created your whole channel, and you might even already be fully monetized, and you got 50,000 watch hours, right? And you did it all with AI. It is saying that they're summarily about to demonetize all your content because you violated the spirit of YouTube. YouTube is for you showing up authentically as a content creator. You are your brand. Mm-hmm. I would, it does make, to me, it does make you rethink about how much you go to this mode. To me, it does, right? Maybe you start out with your camera on, right? And maybe you say, friends, I'm going to go grab some water. So yeah, but If all your live streams are like this, all of them 100%, that's the only way you go live. Maybe you don't need to go live. I don't know. Maybe you don't need to go live. Y'all, we don't know. We don't know, because really it's out of our hands. Supercomputers are going to decide if this represents what the word they use is substantial use of AI generated content. But this is not you using your avatar. Y'all, that's not what they're talking about. Okay, you now you're a little paranoid. Don't be paranoid. Okay, don't be paranoid. But I hope you're getting the point. There are key distinctions, and what, again, now because we've talked through the key tenets of what is permissible and what is not, it should make you now take another look, go back through your content that is public in YouTube Studio, and decide, do I need to at least make these things private? And some things you may need to delete and go forward with new information. Okay. You might at least want to put them on private until 15th, until the policy goes into effect. Yeah. Yeah. Last comments. We're coming down from this place. Y'all drop in the chat if you have other questions. So while my co-hosts are giving their final comments, and y'all co-hosts, would you please take 2 or 3 minutes max, please, so that we can kind of wrap things up. I'm going to go back through the chat and see if I see any specific questions that we need to address before we leave. Whomever wants to go next.
I don't have any more comments. I'm just glad to be on this platform and be able to hear all the knowledge that is coming forth. So I appreciate you for doing the research for those who have not checked their YouTube Studio like myself. So yeah, I be on the YouTube Studio, but I did not see that notice. So it definitely can go past us if we're just in the YouTube Studio for one thing like myself. But yeah, like Kendi K says, go to your YouTube Studio, utilize it. And I definitely utilize it on my laptop. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Fee. Yeah, because even once you get monetized, partially or fully, it is your responsibility as the creator to stay abreast of all policies and changes to policy. Just like you would do on your job, friend. You got that employee handbook. Whether you read it or not, you're going to be held to it, right? Yeah. Who wants to go next?
I enjoyed this. I think it was something that was really needed, because a lot of us, and I am one of them, I am guilty, of not really going through and reading all of that stuff. I am more so like a visual type of learner with stuff like today. So this was needed. I think a lot of people just needed to really hear this and and hear the examples, because it kind of sheds light. Because some people, like I said, I'm a very much a visual person. Now when it comes to cooking, throw at me whatever, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna dream about it, I'm gonna be able to create it or whatever. But when it comes to stuff like this, platforms where people know how to show you and do all of this stuff, is how I learn a lot. So this was very much appreciated. And that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you.
Welcome in. Go ahead. Who wants to go next? Pretty Heart, do you want to go? Is this a safe space? Take your time.
I'm sorry. I was trying to put the all down the bottom so everybody can subscribe to my page, whoever wanted to. But I do want to take the time to say it was a pleasure being up here today to get some informative information And maybe to some people, it might be disappointed of getting that type of information. But if you want to get a paycheck and stay monetized, you have to follow what the policy is. Because if you don't follow what the policy is telling you to do, then you basically wasted your time and wasted your energy to try to create something that wasn't real. But it is nice for us to, do things different. But now it's crunch time, so we just have to be original and we have to be authentic and just be ourselves. And that's it. That's all. So it's very refreshing to get this information, and now everybody is aware what we have to look for and what we have to look on our posts of, so we won't get penalized or have our pages taken away from us. Because I don't want to see nobody get demonetized or don't get monetized, because the whole point of us trying to do our pages the way that we want to is to grow our community. And if you get demonetized, you can't do that. So, but it's been a pleasure being up here today and being informed with the information that we are being informed today. And everybody, we can do it. We can still make good posts with our own unique way. And me too, even though I like to be very creative, but we can still do it just us ourselves, instead of using a computer. Because we are beautiful people, we have unique ways, and we have wonderful ideas that comes from our mind and from our hearts. And that goes for me too. I'm not just saying it to be fake, but I'm being real. I'm being honest from the bottom of my heart. All of us is unique in some type of shape or form. So we can do this.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Okay. Friends, Sunshine, I'll give you just a second if you want to share. Hold on just a second, though. We had a couple of things come in through the chat. One, Epi was asking a question. Epi, I can't find your question, so if you would type it again. If you have a question that was not answered, please just type it again so that it's right down here at the bottom of the chat for me.
I know what it was. I
Okay,
apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. What
go
she
ahead.
asked was how often you do this? How often you come on with the shop talk?
Yeah, so I have Shop Talk is scheduled. This one is ending now. And then I have Shop Talk again tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern time. And you'll see the thumbnail right after this. You'll start to see the thumbnail. If you are a subscriber to my channel, then I've already put up the times for Shop Talk. So this was episode 7. Episode 8 will be recorded live tomorrow, and episode 9 will be recorded live on Sunday morning. Sunday morning's stream will be an intentional low effort live, and we're using low effort guidelines that are allowed, right? That's the distinction, y'all. Y'all was doing too much and staying too long. Grants, okay? So everybody that appears then, so if you be in your pajamas, show up how you want to show up. Just show up authentically, friends. But we will have our cameras off to accommodate friends who may in fact truly have faceless channels. And y'all, there are monetized faceless channels. So I think it is safe to say that you can continue to have a fully faceless channel and become monetized. What it's talking about, the new policies are about the substantial and overuse of AI created content for significant portions of your content and your content delivery. That's what it's talking about. They're saying we ain't paying you for that. That is not even you being authentic. Okay. And I think it reminds all of us to just go back to concentrate on organically growing our communities based off of growing a community with like-minded individuals who, for whatever reason, connect with you, your personality, and your content. So they hit subscribe. And even if they don't hit subscribe, they might watch everything you produce. Those are the watch hours right there. We will toss it over to Sunshine. Do you want to share? We're so happy to have you, friend. Okay. But that's where we're going to be. Yeah, Sunshine is great, y'all. Sunshine is great. She's all over these YouTube streets. And so we value Sunshine and Sunshine. This is my first time seeing Sunshine because Sunshine truly is a faceless channel. But Sunshine, you have shown up in the world today. And so we honor that and we recognize this. This is a safe space. So I will see you. I hope to see you all, friends, on a Friday afternoon for episode 8 of Shop Talk. It's our virtual content creator space, maker space for new and small content creators, or Sunday morning. And now you got to be on time on Sunday morning now because Kenny K goes to church on Sunday morning. So I get up and do it early. Everybody say early in the morning. Shop Talk will be an early edition, and then Kenny K will go to church.
I'm sorry, what time is it going to be?
I don't want to. Somebody mute it. Okay. It will be 9 on Sunday. It will be 9 a.m. Eastern time, which is 8. Can you hear me? It will be 8 a.m. Central time, which is 6 a.m. on the West Coast Pacific time, or 9 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday. Tomorrow, Shop Talk episode 8 will be live streamed at 4:30 Eastern time. So that was 3:30 Central time. Okay. That's where we're at, friends. So night, if you're on Pacific time, it is going to be a late lunch. And Eastern time, it will be 4:30. Y'all, I don't know. I think we'll probably use at least half of the episode to go back through. Somebody's got something unmuted. To go back through these guidelines. And I was going to add a whole new episode, new content, but it looks like the community is really concerned about some of their content. Y'all, if you're concerned about your content, put it on private. You could, because you can also put it on. Yeah, put it on private. I want to delete it. On private. Okay, I'm coming back. We have an echo. Y'all take good care. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.